And we're back. Thanks so much for joining us today. As you know, it's Monday, so there's always a lot to do and talk about on that first day of the week. And we have a special guest with us here today. Kate Sullivan is joining us, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about her new segment. And we're excited to hear about that. But we should probably cover some of the activities that are occurring today. Now, Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about a program that's happening, I believe, over in the Social Center.
In the Social Center at 2:15 this afternoon. It's the Tone Chimes. They're going to be presenting a concert. And you know, the Tone Chimes is a unique musical experience because it's a cooperative musical experience for the participants, and it's a unique sound that these instruments make, and it's a really fascinating thing to experience. So if you haven't heard the Tone Chimes, you might want to come out and check them out. They're really good.
Well, this is a great opportunity because this is actually a performance. They're not just practicing. This is going to be an actual performance, and I know they're probably very eager. Have you ever heard the Tone Chimes?
You know, I have. Yeah, I love the mellow sound they produce. And I have some friends who participate, and they just love being involved in that program.
That's great. Well, and you know that whenever you're doing anything musical, it's always good for your brain. And in our show today, a little bit later, there is a story about making art that helps with the memory as well. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit. But let's also talk about Tuesday. Tomorrow, there's a trip going, and that's to the Mound House. And there's a bus of folks who are going to be taking off, heading down to Fort Myers Beach. This is a fascinating archaeological site. Over 2,000 years old. Calusa Indians lived there, and that's one of their shell mounds, which was discovered underneath a house that had been built sometime in mid-century, 50s, 60s, something like that. And they've literally opened it up from the side, and so sitting below the land that the house is on is this site that you can actually go into. It's almost like a tunnel, and see some of the things that they've discovered on that archaeological dig. So it's pretty fascinating. Now, if you've signed up for the Mound House, you're going to want to make sure you don't miss the bus. It leaves at 8:15 from the island, then they're going to do the Woodlands pickup at 8:25.
And there's going to be a good lunch involved,
Oh,
too,
that's right.
Yes.
That's right. They're going to be stopping at Gulf Shore Grill. So you get a little bit of history, you get a little bit of a nice lunch. It's going to be a great outing. So if you're signed up for that, don't forget that that's happening on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Now, on today's show, we've got a couple of stories. As I mentioned earlier, Memories in the Making is a program that Morgan is going to be with us. Morgan Clayman, she's the supervisor of activities for assisted living. And they are going to be talking about an art therapy program that they do. And it is an opportunity for individuals who have forms of dementia and Alzheimer's to be creative. But in the process of being creative, something happens where it occasionally unlocks memories and helps them to center again on happy memories, reminds them of times with their family, things like that. So she's going to talk about that art program. And then why are you with us today, Kate?
Well, those who are frequent Shell Point TV watchers may have seen me standing in front of a galaxy.
Yes, that's right. That last
Provided by my friend Dan here, because I was in front of a green screen. There was nothing back there. So the magic happens here. But I've lived here for 9 years, and I'm still finding out things about this community. And the folks here thought it would be good to share that with other people. So I've been looking into maybe not so quite well-known things, or things that you learn when you're ready and need to learn them, and hoping to share that with everybody here. And so now we're going to be talking about the village nurse system and how to use it when it's appropriate to use it. So watch.
That's right. That'll be a good way for them to find out more.
Yeah, hopefully.
She always starts off by saying, "Did you know?" And I'm like, as a matter of fact, most people might not know this. So I think that that's going to be an interesting episode. So we have one of those in today's show. And then also, Dan was at the photo gala that they had last week for the entries into the photo contest. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a great night with the gala. All the winners were announced. Of course, they had food, which I'm always interested in. But yeah, they had the Ted Boynton Best of Show Award. Mary was there, Ted's wife, who was presenting that award. That was a very meaningful time. And I found it was, I talked to a few of the folks who were kind of new photographers, and I found it very refreshing and wonderful that this little community of photographers here. We've got some wonderful, lifetime accomplished photographers who are there ready and eager to share their expertise with folks who are just maybe deciding, hey, maybe photography is something I want to try. And indeed, some of the, this one lady you'll meet who's a fairly new resident who just decided to, she had a picture and then she said, oh, I don't know. And her friend said, why don't you put it in there, And she said, oh, it's got this problem, because we always see the problems,
Right.
with our artful creations. And so, she won an award. And it was just a wonderful thing. And I find it's really just beautiful that people see something like photography. There are a lot of other things going on here, but for example, the photography, and that, I think I might want to try that. And they do, and discover a community of mutually supportive friends who enjoy something like that. And then some of them get really, really good at it.
And the photo show is up all this week as well in the rack, and we encourage everyone to go out and take a look at these photos. They're really impressive. Also, we don't want to forget that this coming weekend, of course, is Easter, so Good Friday is on Friday, and then on Sunday, the Village Church is going to be hosting a variety of special services for the Easter celebration, and we're going to be hearing about those throughout the week during Village Church Connection. So we're very, very interested in that as well. And then, of course, just for fun, we've had the Easter Bunny has been on the move. Last week, he visited several locations Monday through Friday, and we had quite a few people actually find the bunny and enter and register in the contest. And so we've started contacting the winners from last week, and now the bunny is making his way around the community this week, Monday through Friday, and so there'll be a little bit of a reminder in the show later today about that bunny and where he's going to be ending up as well. So lots of things going on in the show today. Stay tuned. We've got lots more stories for you, and thanks for joining us.